going to get this show on the road here shortly within the next 1 minute. I just have a few general updates for you, like some exciting updates. I know that you've all been waiting anxiously and patiently while our amazing team at the GARA Group gets the back office functioning properly and running full steam ahead. And it looks like that is going amazingly this morning. And I'm excited to have them on to show you this new back office and how functional it is now. Just a quick update, commission, they are available. By the way, mining results, those disbursements are now available. So the back office is working beautifully. We're so excited. We're getting our ambassadors from all over the world are messaging us with excitement, and they're just so happy that the system is working properly. So we're very, very happy about that. So with that being said, I'm going to bring on Costa Gara. He is the owner and founder of the GARA Group. And I've gotten to know this man over the last couple weeks here as he's worked with Omnia and our back office and his team. And it's really amazing. And give me just a second. I'm going to see if I can start my video. Unfortunately, I cannot. Give me 1 second. I would like you all to be able to see me. Let me send a quick message in. We have people jumping in all over the world. I see almost every country is being represented here. One moment here. We're trying to get my video to start. So let me tell you a little bit about Costa while they try to get my video working here. This is somebody that I respect highly because he's been in the industry for so long, 25 years. I've been in the industry going on 15. So he has 10 years up on me. And the cool thing is he's only been working with 3 companies only. That is huge. When you find somebody who doesn't jump from company to company and they've represented themselves so well, that's a huge thing to say. And not to mention, it really blew my mind that the guy has created a downline of over 1.1 million. It's been featured in Forbes. It's just really amazing what he's done with his team. And what I really notice is the way he treats the people that work with him, his employees at the GARA Group. They're really like a family. And it reminds me quite a bit of Omnia, and it's exactly how I want this company to work here in Omnia. So they're a great representation of how we're going to work as a company. So I'm starting my video now. I think maybe you can see me. Hello, everyone. I got to meet a lot of you in Vienna, Austria at our last meeting about 2 months ago, and it was really, it was wonderful. So hello to everybody that I've had a chance to meet. I look forward to meeting you all at all our events. Really exciting to where Omnia has gone as a company. This is quite different than anything I've experienced before. I've worked with several companies before, and I can genuinely tell you that here at Omnia, I've received more respect, just more dignity out of these guys than anywhere that I've been with in such a short time. So with that being said, I'm going to turn this over to Costa so he can introduce his group. And are you there, Costa? Can you hear me?
I am right here, sir. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, an amazing introduction. I am humble, and it means a lot to me. Thank you. We are honored as a team, as a company, to be partnering with Omnia, one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing company in this decade in our profession. Alan, as you know, there are thousands of companies start every year in this profession, and Omnia somehow found a way to put their mark in this industry in a very short time. That's the incredible part of the story. And again, kudos to all the distributors, kudos to all the leaders that have done an amazing job growing this amazing company so quickly, so fast. And with that said, obviously, as you mentioned, Alan, I have been in the industry for a long time, and I was talking to Jeff. I feel like almost like a dinosaur now. I'm so old, and it's been so long in this profession. And when I joined Alan back in the 90s, the way I used to get my downline report, I actually joined in 93. Alan, we used to get them by fax. Every Friday, we get the company fax us the downline report, Friday afternoon, and we had until that weekend to really review it, go through it, make qualification, make phone calls, help the downline. And that's how my journey began 25 years ago in this profession. And gosh, my gosh, it's changed so much. Literally everything is now in the palm of your hand. And with that, we're excited to be partnering with Omnia, bringing you guys the latest and greatest. We're working on so many features that we'll be releasing over the next 60 to 90 days to make Omnia, not only because of the products and the leadership and the management that is phenomenal, but we're going to give you the back office tools and features to take that headache away, to take that pain away from you guys. As you all know, network marketing is not an easy business. It takes a lot of efforts and time. But what we're going to do is allow you to focus on one thing and only one thing, and that is recruiting. That's how you build in this business. You recruit, you share the products, you show the services you have, and you recruit and helping others build the organization. And in that way, we'll take all the pain and headaches away from you and have it taken care of by us as a back office provider, as a partner to you guys and Omnia as a company. So we're very excited, Alan. I know Milan is on the road and a lot of executives in the company is traveling. So we're going to jump into this, guys, as we've got hundreds of people coming on board right now. We want to share with you quickly really what this back office is about. We've actually dedicated a team, Alan, to this. We have customer service on board. We got social media team on board. We got close to 15, 20 people on board building the future, the next generation, what we call the next gen of technology for Omnia. And with that said, I'm going to bring two of our executives, Jesus and Ricardo. Jesus is a VP of Engineering, Vice President of Engineering, coming to you live from Mexico office, and as well Ricardo, VP of Development Team, and of course, everything to do with your commission engines, everything to do with the payouts, both of them. These are two handsome guys, and they're very knowledgeable. My gosh, they're like 20 years junior to me, and they are so much more advanced than I was when I was their age. So with that said, Jesus and Ricardo, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Costa. I'm very excited to do this walkthrough. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to turn off my video so we have this more space for the screen. 1 second. Okay. So I would like to start with the onboarding process. I know that you guys have many questions about this. If you're a user for the previous back office, what you need to do is to go to backoffice.omniatech.com, go to the right side of your screen and look for this little blue button, but start onboarding process, right below previous system user, okay? So you're going to click on this button, and you're going to be presented with this screen. All you need to do is to use or input your username that you were using on the old system. Okay, so you input your username, okay, check on the I'm not a robot reCAPTCHA verification and click send verification email, okay? The system is going to send an email just like this. It's going to say set a new password, a couple of brief instructions, and then you need to click on set new password. Okay, it's very important to make sure that you empty your inbox before doing this process, because for a lot of you guys request your access, then the system sends the email, but it bounces because the inbox is full. So make sure that you empty your inbox and then request your onboarding process. But don't worry, if you requested your onboarding process and your inbox was full, the only thing that you need to do is go again to backoffice.com, backoffice.omniatech.com, and start the onboarding process again. Okay, start onboarding process. then enter your username again, and the system is going to send the email one more time. Okay, so don't worry. After that, you click on the Set New Password button, and you're going to be presented with this screen. In here, you need to enter a new password, or you can use the previous one that you have. And then you select Set New Password to confirm the whole process. And then you can go back to the login screen, use your same username and the password that you just set on this process, and that's it. You are going to be able to log into the system. Okay, so let's start with the back office. When you first log into the back office, you're going to be presented with the dashboard. The first element that you're going to see at the top is the countdown. The countdown could have two variations. One is the upgrade countdown, and the other one is the activation countdown. If you're a new registered user, you're going to be presented with the activation countdown. You will have 21 days to activate your account. This means that you need to buy a mining package, and that's it. You're going to be activated. And in this case, I already bought a mining package, and I have 180 days to upgrade my mining package. So I'm going to do a quick demo of an upgrade process. Right here from the countdown, I can click upgrade package, and I'm going to see all the options available for upgrade. And in this case, for example, this is the demo account. This is a Kickstarter. It has a Kickstarter package right now. So I'm going to upgrade to a Light Miner, perhaps. And you're going to see that the Light Miner package is 1,000. But since I already have the Kickstarter on my account, I'm going to have a discount of $500, the equivalent of the value of my Kickstarter package. Okay. So next, I'm going to continue. I'm going to fill my billing address, and I'm going to select the desired payment method. I can do a Bitcoin payment. I can pay with my e-wallet. I can do a bank wire transfer. Okay. And by the way, I'm going to quickly fill just test data to quickly demo the Bitcoin payment process.
Jesus, while you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're joining the call, if you have questions, you'll see the chat box. Please present your question. And once the demo is done, we will address every single one of your questions. We will not end the call until everyone is happy. All the questions have been asked. If you do see your question is already asked, you don't need to ask it again, obviously. We will address it shortly after this demo. Thank you again. Back to you, Jesus.
Correct, Costa, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to select Bitcoin payment. The system is going to validate my order, and it's going to redirect me to the payment details. I'm going to be presented with the QR code of the address to which I have to transfer the funds with Bitcoin. And if for some reason you guys, you close this window or the connection gets interrupted, don't worry. The only thing that you need to do is to go to your orders transactions on the left navigation menu, click on orders, and you're going to see the order that you just made. Okay, so and as well on the cryptocurrency transactions, you're going to find the order that you just input that you just placed, and the address of the wallet that you need to send the Bitcoin. You have the option as well to load again the QR code, and you're going to see the status of your transfer. Okay, so you're going to be able to see how much of the required Bitcoin is received so far, and you can complete your process from here. Okay. I'm going to return to the dashboard. Next, you're going to see the exchange rates of the cryptocurrencies in real time. The dashboard, the purpose of the dashboard in general is to have all the stats, all the data that I need on the day-to-day operation to grow my organization or take care of my mining. Okay. So I am going to see that I have a Kickstarter package. I have this amount of hash rate, and I have general data of my organization. For the rest of the dashboard, I'm going to bring my friend Ricardo so he can continue with this information.
Hello, everybody. We're really excited to be here. And just like Jesus said, in the dashboard, you get all the information that you need to build a successful organization. In this case, you get a glance of how your account looks like. In this case, like he mentioned, we are a Kickstarter package and we have this hash rate. It also shows what rank are we currently in. If for this account, we're on an emerald level. And then in this section, your stats, it's gonna show in real time all the progress that you have going to the next rank, which is diamond. And it shows that you already have on one of your legs, 3 out of the 2 required, so that leg is full. So now you need 3 on the other leg. And then it's also gonna show in real time all the PVs that you're gonna be gaining from your downlines, and it's gonna start to fill up. And when it's filled up, you know you're gonna hit that rank on the next commission run. Next, if we go to the My Organization ranks, this is a quick summary of all the ranks that you have in your downlines. So you have a quick glance of how many people and which ranks they're in. After that, we have this total personal team cell. This is the set from your generation, from your first generation. And you can see here how much is from a left leg and how much is from your right leg. Also, we have this this widget right here. That's for the referral link. That's for your referral link. So in this case, you only have one referral link that you have to share everywhere in your social media and with your friends, and you can post it everywhere, and you don't have to worry about which link it goes to. You only have one link. If you want to change where the link goes, we're going to show you in a bit, and how you can set that in your account. Now from here, you can just click the copy referral link, and that is already copied. I'm going to let Jesus in a bit. He's going to show you how the referral link works in more detail. But now we're gonna keep going on with the dashboard. Now in here we have a few KPIs for your account. For instance, all the downlines that are in your organization. How many of them are your direct referrals, your personally sponsored? How much you have in your deposit wallet? How much in your mining payout? Your referral sales this week? All your binary cap level. This is how many cycles can you get on the compensation plan, but based on your package or the upgrade that you have reached. The commissions earned, and also in your commission wallet. Now we're gonna keep going. Now here we have a quick summary of how your organization is working in terms of BB and PV, binary volume and the personal team volume. And here you can see all the current week and the past 2 weeks, how your account has been behaving, and then you can quickly and easily calculate how your commissions will look like. And from here, as we can see, here's a little note that this last row of the BVs includes a carry forward, the carryover volume. And then if we go to the PV, now we're gonna get the 4-week period, and we're gonna get a summary of how those weeks look like. Yeah, as you know, all these volumes help you to achieve your commissions and your ranks in the compensation plan. And now, for the last part of the dashboard, we have the total income widget, where it's gonna be populated as you get paid in your commission. This is gonna show a nice graphic, and you can compare week by week how your account is doing. Also, you have a quick summary of how your e-wallet is behaving. This is like the last transaction that have taken place in your e-wallet. And now I'm gonna come back to Jesus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ricardo. For the next section, we have the My Network element of the navigation menu. Okay, this section, this navigation element of the menu has three important parts of the back office. First, we have the register new member. With this tool, you can help your downline to subscribe new IBOs. Okay, you're going to log into your back office, go to My Network, register new member, and you can input all the data of the IBO that want to register, and you just have to create an account, and that will be it. The IBO is going to receive an email to confirm his account, and that will be it for the registration process. Okay, this tool will allow you to help your new prospects or downline to subscribe or register new people. Okay, next we have the genealogy tree. We just made a couple of improvements to the user experience of this section. We've added a search by username. It's autocomplete. You just have to start typing the username of the people that you need to find, and you're going to select that, and that will be it. As well, we highlighted where you are, the note that you are seeing, so you know exactly of whom are you seeing this information below. As well, if you click on any node, it's going to automatically scroll down, so it is more easy and right on the spot of the information, of the node information that you are looking at. Okay. Next, we have the fold down or unit level explorer. In here, you can explore your unit level organization, and it's very easy. You just have to click on the little arrow, and it's going to fall down with all the unit level organization. Okay, so My Network, register new member to help others, genealogy tree, all network explorer, the unit level view of your organization. And next, we have the e-wallet. In this section, you are going to find two main categories of e-wallet: the commissions e-wallet and the deposit e-wallet. Okay. The main one is the commissions e-wallet. In here, you are going to receive all the income or your commissions. From here, you as well can withdraw, and you can see all the transactions happening in your commissions wallet. You have the ability to transfer from your commission e-wallet to another IBO. Okay, you have the autocomplete tool right here as well. And then you have your deposit e-wallet. In here, you're going to see all the transfers that were made from other IBOs. In this e-wallet, you can't withdraw, but you can use this e-wallet to upgrade your package or activate your account depending on the case. Okay. Another important part is the transaction password. This password is a security measure to make sure that the transfers of your e-wallets are done by you. Okay, so when you arrive the first time, it's going to ask you to input a new transaction password and confirm. After that, you are going to click save, and the system is going to send you an email to confirm this process in the system. It is very important to note that almost every action that you perform that affects sensitive information has to be validated by email. This is just an extra security layer for you guys to make sure that your data is safe and secured. And after that, if for some reason you forgot your transaction password, you can just click on this little link, and it's going to be a very similar process of the onboarding. You're going to click on forgot transaction password. You just have to confirm that you actually forgot your password, and the system is going to send you an email again to verify your identity, and you're going to be presented with a screen very similar to this, where you have the ability to set a new transaction password. Okay. Next, I have the withdrawal request section where I can see the status of all my requests. I can see when I do a withdrawal request, I'm going to see a new row right here, and when it is accept, I'm going to see the status of that transaction on this tab, and the same goes for the remaining of the process. Okay, the next important section is the mining. Okay, in here, on the main payout history, I'm going to see all the relevant data summarized on this section. On this section, I'm going to see my contract, which is all the mining that I have mined thus far. I have my balance, which is how much I have available for withdrawal. I'm going to see my wallet address, from which I can, in this wallet address, I'm going to receive all the cryptocurrency that I have mined, and when I request a withdrawal of this mining, I'm going to receive it in this wallet address. Okay. From here as well, I can create a withdrawal request, and I'm going to see an historical of all the mining until this day. Okay. In this section, I can edit the wallet address information. This is the very similar process to the transaction password. I have to confirm with my login password, and then I have to verify my identity with an email to be able to change my wallet address. Okay. Very similar to the e-wallet, I'm going to, I have this section available to see all the withdrawal requests until this point and the status of them. Okay. Next, as Ricardo mentioned, we have the referral link. In the opposite of the previous system, which I had 3 different links, in this one I just have 1 link. This is very useful for you guys because imagine that you set up a Facebook campaign. You are going to, I'm going to set up my Facebook campaign. I'm going to input my link, and I'm going to start my campaign. Okay. And for some reason, tomorrow I decide that my organization needs to be balanced on the right. Okay. The only thing that I need to do is to log into my back office and go to this drop down and select right. From that moment on, the link automatically is going to send all my downline to the right. I don't have to go to Facebook, stop my campaign, and change the link and input another, then start again my campaign. I don't have to do any of that. I just have to go to my back office, log in, go to this drop-down menu and select write. And then for some reason, the day after that, I decided that I had to send people to the left. The same process, just go to this drop-down, click on the left, and that will be it. I have the ability as well to click on auto, and it's going to automatically balance my tree. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay? Just one link, and let me do a quick demo of how it will look like if someone clicks on my link. It's going to open the Omnia corporate information, and it's going to add here a bar when they can reach me, or they can go directly to the registration process, and it's going to automatically populate my username as a sponsor. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. As you see here, the system automatically populated my username as a sponsor, and the downline can fill up information, and that will be it. Okay. Next, for the reports, I'm going to bring back Ricardo to talk us about this section.
So this is a very important section where all the reports will live on. In here, for instance, we have the commissions report. This will be populated once we get all the information from the commission engine, and there you can see by detail all the transactions that made up your commissions. Also, on a quick note, when we activate the legacy section, which is all the information from your old back office, it's also going to be shown in here, and then you're going to be able to get all the information from your past back office. Next, we have this, for instance, we have the binary volume report. This is how all your BB is composed of, and you can get line by line and transaction by transaction how you're getting those BBs, so you can track every purchase. Just like the BBs, we have the personal volume report, and this is how you get all your personal volume, again, on a transaction basis, and by every order placed on your unit level downline.
Ricardo, not to interrupt you, but show them the show filters feature so they can do it by date if they want to look for something specific.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Yes, we have the show filters in here, so you can drill down on your report so you can get the exact information you're looking for. In this case, we can look by order ID, from which user it comes from, or the dates. And if you select custom, you can put a range of different dates, so you get all exactly the information that you want to see. Thank you very much, Jeff. I'm going to come back to the dashboard, and I'm going to come back to Jesus. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ricardo. Just a quick more section before we do a quick summary of all the sections. And this is the support section where you can see where you can send all your tickets or your questions or concerns about the system, and we're happy to help you through this mean. And just to summarize all that we saw today, we have the dashboard section where I can see all my stats of my organization, as well the relevant data of my mining. We have the My Network section where I can help others to register. I can see my genealogy tree, my uni-level tree. I have my e-wallet with two main categories: e-wallet commissions and e-wallet deposits. I can withdraw, I can transfer to another IBO. I have to set my transaction password for security measure. Then I have my mining. Here, same as in the dashboard, in the demo that we saw at the beginning, I can make an upgrade. I can go to my mining payout history where I can see all the relevant data of my mining. I can request a withdrawal, and I can change or edit the data of my wallet address. I can as well review the status of all my requests. And then we have the referral agreement section, which contains my referral link. And here I'm going to find just one link that will help me to send my new IBOs to the right, my new IBOs to the left. The only thing that I need to make sure is that I select in here to which side I want to send the new registrations, or just I can leave it as an auto. And on auto, on this with this method, the system is going to automatically balance your tree. Okay. Next, we have the reports, when I can see all the data in detail of my commissions, my BV, and my PV, my personal team volume, sorry. Okay. Yeah, and that will be it for us. Next, we have the Q&A. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jesus and Ricardo. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, before we get into the questions and answers, I just want to let you guys know, and Alan is going to send a message out to everyone. This Friday, same time, same place, we will have a Spanish call tutorial. So for all of you in Latin America and Spain, thanks to Jesus and Ricardo and our team in Mexico, they're going to conduct a similar sort of a meeting and a demo in a Spanish language. I wish we could do it in every country, every language. Unfortunately, we only have it in the Spanish at this point, but we will have other languages for you guys available. So again, watch out for those messages coming to you on Telegram. We will also put a note in the back office about the call with the link for the Zoom, so you are informed, so is your downline. The more people attend these calls, the more educated they'll be and the faster your organization grows. So highly recommend these demos that are educational. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, take it away, hon, and start with the questions we have. I know you guys have hundreds of questions. I'm sure you organize it with Daniela. Please go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Costa. So we'll jump right into it. The first question we have is, on what day should they make their mining withdrawal request?
Costa, I'll take that one. So just like the schedule that we used, let's say a month ago, you'll be able to, right now, while we're keeping our moving parts kind of limited, you'll be able to request by midnight GMT on Wednesday for payout on Thursday.
Perfect. Thank you, Jeff.
And remember that there's minimums to meet, so you have to meet those minimums. But yeah, that's the answer.
Thank you. The next question is in regards to the countdown. For instance, a distributor upgraded their account today and received 172 days. Shouldn't that be 180?
I'll go ahead and do that as well. And so the answer is it's currently it's 180 days from their initial registration date. We will make an improvement to that to make it 180 days from the date of their first upgrade. Now, there was also a question about what happens after the 180 days, and I'll go ahead and answer that one while I'm here. You've got 180 days to incrementally upgrade. So for example, if you want to go from light miner to mid miner, then you'll get the $1,000 credit for what you've already paid. So it will only cost you another $2,000. So you can buy basically 2 light miner packages if you want, or upgrade to the mid miner package and get the credit. And then that'll incrementally credit you as you go. So for example, once you get to mid miner, if you then want to go to strong miner, then you'll get a $3,000 credit off the 8,500. So then your balance will be 5,500. After the 180 days, if you want to upgrade to the next package, then you'll have to pay the full price of that package. So hopefully that answers that question.
Wonderful. Thank you. And just in reference to that question, why is it that you only have 180 days to upgrade?
Well, the fact of the matter is we can't really leave that open-ended. And so we don't want to punish people that make a strong commitment to the company to begin with. And we want to encourage people to make a commitment. And so that was a management decision that was made. So 180 days is pretty strong. Most companies don't really allow but 30 days or 60 days. And so, but that was a management decision.
Jeff, if I may also add to that, as an industry expert, we deal with a lot of clients, and majority of companies are 30 to 60 days, as you said. So Omnia has been really gifting this to distributors and new people coming on board. It's a big gift from the company.
Wonderful, thank you. The next question is there a possibility to pay for an order using both a commission or deposit wallet and Bitcoin?
Costa, you can concur, but I believe that functionality is coming. Currently, it's not possible, but that functionality is coming soon.
Yes, and I'm going to go to Jesus for an ETA on that.
Okay, we have a couple of upgrades scheduled for the next couple of weeks. I think that in about 2 weeks, we're going to have enabled that.
Thank you. So the next question is, we have a user that made an upgrade from 100 to 500, but the discount didn't show. They went ahead and paid 500 instead of 400, but now they only have the hash power of just 500 USD. Can you shed some light on that, please?
Well, it depends on, was that done since the new back office opened? And so there's a couple of questions that I have as it relates to that to be able to answer it. So I would suggest sending a support ticket, and we can take a look at that. Not all of the value that was purchased, for example, if people imported over, and I saw a question where someone in the old back office purchased a Kickstarter package, and then they purchased a Lightminer package. So they're mining $1,500 worth. When they came into the new back office and they want to upgrade, let's say to mid-miner, you're only going to get, just based on the data that was imported, you're only going to get the credit for the 1,000 that you've already got there. Now, when you do go to Lightminer, okay, for example, you add another 2,000 to that, you will be mining $3,500 worth of mining. So you'll get all the mining. It's just that the upgrade process will only take into account the largest package where you were in the old back office. So hopefully that answers that question.
Thank you very much. The next question is, a user had a member that was trying to sign up in China but was unable to. They got stuck after filling out the registration form. Can you shed some light on this, on when this will be fixed?
It's hard to shed light on it when I don't really know what the problem is. I would suggest that they get with their upline or get with, have their upline get with support. So it's hard to say what the problem is when I don't know what it is.
Absolutely. Next question, when will the credit card option be available?
Costa?
I can answer that. The credit card payment is going to be available by the end of next week.
Perfect, thank you very much. The next question is regarding personal team volumes and the rank advancement bars. The volumes shown are the BV, which are lower than the personal team volumes. Should it show that the PTVs, which actually correspond to the sales in dollars?
That volume is BV. So it is not sales in dollars. It's based on the BV. And the other thing I want to clarify is when you look at your stats section, the commission the rank periods are not a rolling 4-week period. It's a static 4-week period. And in fact, while we're on this, could you, Jesus, could you share your screen and go to the dashboard? I want to describe something real quick.
Of course. Give me 1 second. There we go.
Yeah, great. Okay, so scroll down to the Your Stats section far enough to where we can also, well, we'll look at the weeks in just a second. But so the week, we just started, as you can see, on the very bottom status bar. That very, very bottom bar is the 4-week commission period. So we're only a couple 4-week rank period. So we're only a couple days into that period, which started on Monday. That's why you don't see a whole lot of shading there. And it'll, as we get closer to the end of the 4 weeks, 2 weeks in, it'll be, you know, at 50%, et cetera. So you can track where you are in the rank advancement period. Same way the status bar works with those volume legs, weak leg, strong leg, and those are just requirements. The system will automatically switch back and forth. And so again, those will be based on this same static 4-week period. So the 4-week period that we're in now, I believe ends on Sunday, May the 20th. Okay, and then another 4-week period starts. So it's not a rolling 4 weeks. It's a static 4-week period. Also, go back to that real quick. There you go. So you're looking at the personal sponsor. So your stats there are showing, in this case, the individual is a emerald. Next rank would be diamond. The requirements on diamond are a total of 5 emeralds with at least 3 on one leg and 2 on the other. So as this thing goes to, the other one says 2 of 3, this one says 3 of 2. When it goes to 2 of 3, then you're going to be an emerald. So it doesn't have to be one side or the other. It could be any side. The system will automatically compute that. Now scroll down, if you don't mind, Jesus. And so over here where it says personal team volume, these are on the right side there. This is the current rank advancement week. So right now we're in the first week of the period, as we talked about, week 69. And this is this user's volume. Those are the dates of week 69. And then that's the volume on the left-hand side. In personal team, it does not include spillover. Your spillover volume is on the other side. Personal team doesn't include spillover. It's just from your enrollment tree, the people you personally sponsor, the people they personally sponsor, etc. So, Jesus, if I left anything out, let me know. But I wanted to just go in a little bit more detail about the stats section.
You covered it very well, Jeff. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is, will it be possible to click on logos within the back office in the future to zoom in?
I'm not sure which logos they're talking about.
Let's see. They don't specify. If you could, the person I asked that question, if you could please specify exactly which logos you are referring to in the back office.
We can move on to the next question, please.
So this one is regarding personal team volume chart. It is currently showing the current week and the next 3 weeks. Should it show the current week and the past 3 weeks according to the 4-week rank advancement period?
I just answered that question. It's not a rolling 4 weeks. It's a static 4 weeks. So what matters is the 4-week period. We just started one. And so now in the next 3 weeks are going to be the most, important for rank advancement.
Thank you. The next one is, what is the difference between permanent rank and current rank?
Permanent rank essentially is your highest rank achieved. And the way the compensation plan is programmed is with relation to your team matching bonus and your team volume bonus. So in your matching bonuses and your team volume bonus, you have the rank that it says there is your highest rank achieved, and then you'll get paid according to your relative volume. So for example, if your highest rank achieved is diamond, then you're always going to be recognized as a diamond. But if your volume as a diamond only meets the qualification in the rank advancement bonus section, or I'm sorry, in the team volume bonus section of emerald, then you'll get paid the emerald team volume bonus. Or if it only meets in the matching bonus section of the volume of ruby, then you'll get paid the ruby matching bonuses, which is, I think, down 3 levels if I'm not mistaken. And so once you achieve the highest rank, then the big part of your pay is all just volume based, which keeps it very simple for you.
Ricardo, you want to add anything to that, sir?
Oh, Jeff explained it perfectly.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. Next question is, will users be able to see contact details further downline?
there are privacy laws all over the world that we will adhere to, and so or the company will adhere to. I'm not corporate, just so you know. I am a consultant to the company, and so there are privacy laws that they'll adhere to. You will be able to see the email and contact information that's input for the people that you personally sponsor, but no one downline of them.
Thank you. Next question is, can users use the same email for all of their accounts?
Well, go ahead, Costa.
Jesus?
Yes, correct. We just enabled that, and you can use the same email account for several accounts on the back office to help others to subscribe.
Thank you. Next we have, if a user purchased a starter pack, are they able to purchase the starter pack again?
Currently, I don't believe so, but that will be coming, and they can order whatever pack as many times as they want. Jesus, the timeline on that?
Yes, at the beginning of the next week, that should be available for everyone.
Thank
Great.
you. Next question is, if they have users, or if users have prospects who registered initially under their link, but after 21 days did not activate, what will happen to that account, and will they be removed from their genealogy link?
Maybe I can answer that, Jeff.
Please.
Yes, so they will be sort of gone inactive. We will not actually remove anyone for legal reasons, but they will be purged, and you will not have access to that after 21 days once it's inactive.
Thank you. Next question. This user asked if you could give more details about the reinvestment after 500 days. It states on the website that after every 500 days, the company reallocates 50% of the hash power.
I'm not sure where that is, and that's a management thing. So I would suggest that you send an email to support, and they can get that over to Milan or to finance.
Thank you. Now, is there a limit to the amount of accounts that can be opened?
Costa, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, I believe that Milan, the CEO, has asked for 3, up to maximum of 3 at this point.
Now, there will be, let me add to that, there will be markets that we're not in now, they're on the drop-down menu, that they will be coming that will only allow 1. And so in those markets, those people will only be able to do 1 account. You know, it's Omnia's sincere desire to be a good corporate citizen and to pay attention to things like privacy laws in you know, the respective countries, you know, et cetera. So and so they're going to adhere to the local laws in those countries. So where 3 is allowed, 3 will be available, but where only 1 is allowed, then that will be the limit in that country.
It basically said, as Jeff mentioned, to be in compliance with all the local and government laws.
Thank you. Next question is, rank advancements are rank advancements based in BV or in USD amounts of the sales?
Rank advancements are based on BV. So everything is based on BV. And so for a Kickstarter package, that's 400 BV.
And I want you to think, if I may add that to Jeff, to this call, think of BV as an internal currency. For those of you that are new to the company, it's an internal currency that calculates all the commissions, all the rank advancements within this company. That's your local internal money.
Thank you. The next one is, can distributors upgrade from multiple sources?
I think the question is relative to the deposit wallet and commission wallet and things like that. And I believe the answer will be yes. Not today, but it will be yes.
Thank you. Next one, will there be a double factor authentication for greater security?
Costa?
Yes, absolutely. We're adding Jesus ETA on that.
The ETA for that is the next week.
So next week, basically, we will have an opt-in, sort of a Google authentication system in place where you can simply opt in, and from that point onwards, every time you log in, it will require those 6-digit authentication before allowing you to enter into the platform.
Correct.
Perfect. Next question is, how can a user transfer accumulated mining payouts to their wallet?
Jesus, Ricardo?
Yes, yes, of course. You just have to go to your mining section, then mining payout history, and then you have to click on this little button, create withdrawal request, and you are going to see something very similar to this, where you can input the amount that you desire to withdraw from your accumulated mining, and then you have to confirm to submit withdrawal request. It's going to ask you for your login password, and that will be it.
Thank you. Next question is, when will the amount of not or unused ePINs from the old BO be credited to the new BO?
It's just
We're working on that migration, and but as late as the end of this week, that should be fully migrated.
Thank you. Will there be any other options of choosing which leg they can see in the all network screen?
there's really not a need for that, because the matching bonus just determines your enrollment level, right? Your first level, second level, third level, fourth level. The personal team volume on your right leg or your left leg, you're going to be able to see in the dashboard and also in the reports. So I've never seen in a personal team, an all network viewer or unilevel view within a binary to see right or left leg. Costa, how about yourself?
Not really. I agree with you.
Perfect. Thank you. The next question is, will the ranks be corrected that are achieved during the migration process? For instance, the ranks that haven't shown up to this point.
I believe all those ranks are now reflecting correctly. Jesus, you can jump in here if I'm wrong or concur with me, but if you feel like that there's an error in your rank, then I would definitely send a message to support. But I believe everything is correct at the moment.
Yes, everything should be migrated and correct at the moment. And like you said, Jeff, if there's an isolated case, please contact support and we're going to be more than glad to help you.
Thank you, Ricardo. The next question is, do some ranks obligate members to have a determined package before they can achieve it?
That's a compensation plan question. The short answer is you can work your way up to anything. So once you become a starter pack, if you do volume, for example, if you want to, get to the elite miner level, or let's just say light miner, then if you do 10,000 in personal sales, so the multiplier is 10,000 or 10 times the volume requirement. If you do that in a 4-week rank advancement period, then you'll automatically be upgraded. So you don't have to buy it. You can work your way up to it by doing that. The rest of the ranks advancements, like Sapphire, Ruby, Diamond, you cannot buy those. It's all just work your way up per the compensation plan.
Perfect. Thank you. The next question is more of a statement from a user that's saying that the system is not allowing them to change an email address to an existing email address after they're registering.
Jesus?
Okay. The system should allow you to do this. I think that this is another isolated case. Please contact support and we will be very happy to help you.
Thank you, Jesus. The next question is, if they make changes, do they use the inlog or instead of the transaction password?
Hey, Sis, I think there's been a little bit of confusion on this, and so if you could share kind of what it is now and what it will be, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Do you mean? Could you repeat the question, Jacqueline, please?
If they make changes, do they use the inlog and not the transaction password?
Got it. Okay. Yes, we're going to standardize every change inside the back office to use the transaction password. At this point, you just have to look the detail, for example, on a transfer or a withdrawal. Let me just go very quickly. Okay. So for example, in this withdrawal, I have to input my login password. For an e-wallet withdrawal, at this point, I have to input my transaction password. Look on the label of the input field. But we are going to standardize to all of these changes to be done through the transaction password.
Perfect, thank you. The next question is, what do the debit and credit entries in mining history show?
Is there's
Oh, that's simple. When it's debit, it means it's a positive amount, and with credit, it's a negative amount. Oh, that went wrong. Sorry.
Thank you. Next question is, will the users have details about the name and rank that their team is achieving?
Ricardo, I think this is for you, sir.
Right now, you have a summary of how many people is achieving that, and also if you go to your genealogy tree, on all the information that shows below, you get the rank of every of your downlines, as we can see in here. For instance, this downline has not achieved any rank, but you can go to your downline and get that information.
And if you want to manage your team, you can see their volume, right and left during the pay week period. If you know someone that's close, if you notice above the genealogy view that there's a search bar, so you can search by username there, search by, I think, any number of fields, and go to the exact person, see the detailed information there, and try to help them achieve the next rank.
Thank you. Next question is, how does a user specifically select an open slot in the genealogy tree?
Typically, and I'm gonna let Costa go through this, or Jesus, but typically, most companies, it's particularly in a binary, the default is outside right, outside left. And so most companies don't allow inside placement until you reach an advanced level in the compensation plan. That may be a feature I think that Omnia will add down the road, but right now it's outside right, outside left, and that's kind of industry standard. Costa, anything else to?
You're 100% correct, sir. Absolutely. It will be up to Milan, the CEO, to decide when they want to activate that.
Thank you. The next question is, amount shown in the PTV report shows BV. It should show the volume in sales. For instance, 1,000 PTV for a light miner.
And we've already answered that. All the rank volumes, everything is all based on BV. Again, light miner is 800 BV. $1,000 sales, but 800 BV.
Thank you, Jeff. Next question is, where can they see the specific start and end date for the current 4-week period that they are running their rank in?
Jesus, can you show that, please?
Right here.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. So in this widget, you can see the start date and the end date of these periods.
So basically it starts on 23rd, in this example here, 23rd of April, and it goes all the way to 20th of May. Those 4 weeks encompassing week 69 through 72 represent the 4 weeks period that this person is asking, Jacqueline.
So to be clear, you can always go to this section. That'll tell you the 4-week period that you're in. You can see when it starts, which is the top week. You can see when it finishes, which is the last date on the bottom week. And if you scroll back up, if you just want to add a glance viewer, look at the Your Stats section, and that scroll bar will tell you, I'm 30% through the period, I'm half through the period, I've only got a few days left in the period, because that bar will continue to get shaded. I go up a little bit right there. That bottom bar there will continue to get shaded. And so, if we need to make these widgets a little bit more clear on the dashboard, we can, but once you get used to them, I think you'll understand very easily.
And this is, Jeff, it's a pretty standard, we've been doing this for decades, pretty standard when you move from one back office to a new gen back office. The first couple of weeks, it takes time to get used to, and no difference, Jeff, when you get a new car, you don't know every single button or how it operates and what it does as you get used to it. So it's very understandable. And again, kudos to those of you that are asking the question. We appreciate that, and that's what we want. That's what we do these calls to answer them. And also, I want to let you all know that none of these changes were done by us. We're following basically the instruction of the CEO and the company executives, making the changes and implementing them on behalf of theirs. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Hey, Jacqueline, let me cover something real quick regarding mining. And Jesus, if you'll go to the mining section and the daily mining payout, there's a lot of questions in here about when mining starts and all that stuff. And it's always been with Omnia, and this is a management decision, and it has to do with, again, the way they manage their business, is that your mining hash rate will begin effective. You'll start mining 14 days after you make that purchase. So essentially on day 15 after you make that purchase. And so what you'll see here is that the hash power. Now, soon you're going to see a display that'll like if you're in your day one, you just purchased, you're going to see hash power 0, and then it'll tell you what your hash power will be when it starts to kick in. When you upgrade, when you upgrade from, let's say, Kickstarter to, let's say, Light Miner, you're then that upgrade hash power again starts to increase 14 days after that purchase. And so you're going to see what your hash power is, what you're mining today, and then what you will be mining after your upgrade hash power kicks in. That display will all be very clear. And Jesus, what's the timeline on that?
Jesus.
Sorry, I was on mute. That's the ETA for that is the beginning of next week. To be more specific, at midnight of Tuesday, meaning the morning of Tuesday, that should be available for everyone.
That's great. So early next week, you'll have great clarity, probably more than ever, on this page.
Correct.
So that is, Jesus, midnight GMT next Tuesday, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question we have is, will there be a setting that provides for the ability to have mining withdrawals take place automatically once the minimum level has been achieved?
I think that's a management decision, and I believe Jesus Costa, you let me know, but I believe they want that to happen. But that'll come down the road. That's a programming item. Is that correct?
Jacqueline, could you repeat the question?
Will there be the ability to just have an automatic withdrawal once they get, they could set the level, or once they reach the minimum?
Correct. Milan told us about this, and this is in the roadmap and will be implemented on the system.
So maybe I can shed some light on the roadmap, which Jesus just mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, we have quite a few items on a roadmap over the next 60 days to be launching and releasing every single week for next sort of 8 weeks. And we're looking at the top requests, top priorities, highest priorities, I should say, and the top requests from the field and management, and releasing them on a sense of urgency starting this week all the way for the next 8 weeks. So we would love to hear from you. Please, if there are things you want to see, if you could please communicate that through customer service support by email, and they will be organizing them, compiling them into a form of a organized spreadsheet, and then we'll address them once the management approve. Again, we're a third-party vendor. Once they approve, we will go ahead and implement each and every one of those over that period. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Next question is, will the company provide a more detailed training on how to use the new system correctly?
What's going to happen is, and Alan has already recorded some, but he's going to be recording more. And there's going to be really short, like 3-minute videos on how to do each function. And Alan, if you're still on here, you can kind of give a little bit of a timeline and jump in here. But there'll be just really short videos. They'll be up on our YouTube page, and you can access those, send those to team members, and it'll be very, very functional. And our goal will be to get those done soon. Right, Alan?
Yeah, most definitely, Jeff. I'll have those videos done. As you can see, there are a lot of new upgrades in the back office. So I'm going to make those videos for the rest of this week and over the weekend. And I would say maybe by Monday or Tuesday, we'll have a full, real easy to use guide. Now, one thing I wanted to say real quickly, there's still a lot of questions regarding the incremental upgrades. I would say maybe on the dashboard, instead of just putting upgrades, maybe we'll put incremental upgrades. But I'm going to make a video after this call to really go in depth and explain what that means, because I think there's a lot of confusion on the upgrades and they think maybe they're missing out on something. So I'm going to make that really clear, everyone. I'll do graphics and I will make sure that you're absolutely clear what that 180 days means, because it's very easy to understand, but I can see where the confusion comes from. So I will do that as soon as this call's over.
And if I may add to that, Alan, ladies and gentlemen, as you notice, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be constantly adding features and upgrading dashboard and enhancing it for you. So although Alan is recording the videos, please be patient, because he might have to go back weeks down the road and redo that video, because it might have enhancements from a user interface perspective. So again, we really appreciate your patience with us. Also, there's a question I want to address quickly regarding which email support should they use reaching out to us. So there is a temporary email setup, which is omnia@garagroup.com. That is only for any technical issues. As you can see, Jesus is highlighting it on your screen in the blue section of the dashboard. That is only designed temporary to address any issues that are urgent, such as isolated cases, wrong BV or wrong ranking or anything like that. We'll be happy to address those ASAP. But on the general cases and more on an ongoing basis moving forward, Alan, if you could please share what's the support email address for Omnia with everyone, and we can type it in the chat group so everybody sees that.
The best thing to do is click that support tab. If you'll click that support tab there, Jesus, great. And you click there, you'll be able to, select, it already has your username. When people send emails, they often leave out their username. So all of that's going to already be input here. You don't have to worry about it. Type in whatever your subject is. Let's say, a mining, or I can't log in, or whatever. Then down here, click a department. So you got a scroll down window where you can click a department, and then it'll be routed right to the right person in the box there. I believe you can obviously add any comments, I believe. And can you attach screenshots there as well, Jesus? Do you know?
Not at this point, Jeff.
Not at this point, sorry.
Okay.
But,
so,
Jeff, if I may add, when you guys add in comments, if you could just skip any additional comments that is unnecessary to your issue and get right into the point of what is the challenge or obstacles or concern you have, so we can immediately read. We're going through quite a few emails right now as everyone is becoming familiar with the new back office. So we would appreciate simplifying your concern or comment so we can get to the point right away. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, great. And the other thing is when you use the Gara Group email address, it would really be helpful if you guys took screenshots and could describe those screenshots, because that way, for someone to troubleshoot a problem, in a lot of cases, things like that are operator error. Or, for example, I didn't get the email. The email verification, and then lo and behold, the user's email account is full. And so there are a lot of those things, but regardless, if whatever screenshots you can send, it helps them replicate the issue. And if it's a systemic problem, get it fixed. If it's not, then fix it specifically. And that just shortcuts the whole process. One other thing I want to mention, as it relates to, there's a lot of questions on here that are comp plan related, whatever. This Zoom call right now is specifically designed for back office training. If you have other questions that you want to get answered, want to discuss, Omnia has structured their business where they have ambassadors for each region. you probably know who your ambassador is. And so I would encourage you to get your questions to those ambassadors. We can do a group call. We can do a group, the company can schedule a group Q&A about all these other items, or your ambassador can get the answers to the questions, and that'll just shortcut the process. We have to, with 150,000, distributors, IBOs all around the globe, we have to have some type of organization and communication protocol, or else no one really gets anything done. So I would just say on behalf of Milan that we appreciate your cooperation in that matter.
Jeff, I'm personally guilty of that. A couple of days ago, I was trying to log into Bank of America, and I was very frustrated. I kept putting my password 3, 4, 5 times, and it wouldn't go in. So finally, I call in. I'm upset. I'm yelling. I'm screaming, why am I not able to log into my account? And finally discovered, after the gentleman came on the call at the support at Bank of America, that I had my caps lock on. A simple thing that I did not realize, and I got frustrated for my own error. So again, Jeff, as you mentioned, a lot of this sometimes it has to do with us multitasking, and there's a minor error on our part as a user that I highly recommend you pay attention to, because a lot of it has nothing to do with the system. Jeff.
Yeah, and one thing I'll add, somebody put a message in here, ambassadors don't answer, they're on the way. Well, I can tell you that ambassadors are traveling around, they're busy, but they'll answer if you ask, and you may have to ask twice because of travel schedules or what have you. If you don't get an answer, send a message to support. Support will get with corporate and get you an answer. So, but our goal, Alan's goal, is to put as much stuff in videos, have as much communication. Communication is the key, guys. Is have as much communication as possible so that you understand and so that you minimize some of those questions. And so the company has a strong desire to make sure that everyone is well informed, but at the same time, we have to limit. We have to prioritize the items, that are real items and not just personal issues. So with that, back to you, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, if you don't mind, let's go just to a couple more minutes. I know everybody's busy and we're focusing on releasing more updates and features today. So if you don't mind, a couple more minutes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. This user had a statement that they were asking for a detailed ranking report. Is that something that will be available?
Yes, that is something that will be available, and that's also on the roadmap.
Wonderful, thank you. The next question is there an option to transfer your account to another person?
And maybe I can answer that, and then Jeff, you can shed some light on that. From a legal perspective, we have to follow the company's policy, which means if a position needs to be transferred, it has to go through the proper procedural, getting approvals, getting it notarized, and it has to be approved officially by the CEO of the company. So that's what we do from a legal perspective. Jeff, you want to add anything to that, sir?
Yeah, that's correct. And again, as we get bigger and become under way more eyes, the company is going to be doing industry best practices. You're going to see the KYC process instituted first, only for credit card purchases, but then system wide across the board, because the crypto space is all under lots of scrutiny. So KYC, AML, we're going to follow all those things. So for that reason, yes, there's a company protocol, and that all has to be signed off by the company when you sell or transfer a position.
Thank you, Jeff. The next question is, when will they be able to purchase several $100 packages?
I think Jesus already answered that, and that is coming by the end of the day, Monday.
Correct.
Thank you. Now, will anything happen if you have more than 5 accounts?
If you already have from the old system, those are going to be grandfathered over. I would suggest that you transfer some of those into in the name of a family member or something. But Milan Omni has made the decision to grandfather those accounts, which means you'll be able to keep them for now.
Thank you. Next question is, are users able to edit the name on their accounts?
Jesus?
Yes, of course. Do you mean, could you repeat the question,
The
Jackie?
question is, Jesus, are they able to edit their name? And the answer is no. The reason for that is for legal reasons. We want to protect you. So we do not want someone else edit your name and change it to a different name without approval. So if you want to edit it, yes, you can. You just have to go through a procedural, through support to get that done. It's not something you can log in and do it instantly. Correct, Jesus?
Correct. You're 100% correct, Costa. Sorry, I misheard the question.
No problem. Thank you, sir. Back to you, Jacqueline.
Thank you. Next question. Is it possible to mine more than one cryptocurrency by account?
Well, it's funny you asked that. That is a functionality that is also on the roadmap. And so, Jesus, what's the timeline on that?
The timeline for that, I think, is 4 weeks from now. That should be available 4 weeks from now.
Okay, so let's just say by June 1, if not before. And then just so you'll know, different purchases for different cryptocurrencies will all add up to help determine your rank with the binary cap. So those will all be, you don't have to be an elite, for example, in 3 different currencies. You could have, 5, 10, and 10, or whatever the case might be. Hopefully that's clear.
Thank you very much. The next question we have is, do users have to set up a wallet for each account as they had to do before the upgrade?
An account without a wallet is not going to get paid. So, I mean, why would you want to not?
Perfect. There we go. The next question is more of a statement. A user, they have 20 plus accounts. Can they transfer all mining into one account?
That's not, I would say that's a question for support, but in general, anytime you transfer funds from one account to another, it's all going to go into the D wallet, which means it will only be able to be used as an upgrade. Again, that's a legal item, and to stay, with many of the laws around the world. We can't send money from one account to another and have that person then be able to draw out cash. That's an AML, anti-money laundering issue. So if you transfer anything from one account to the other, it's going to go in the deposit wallet, can only be used. I believe mining can only be transferred to your personal e-wallet.
Jacqueline, if I may step in here, there were quite a few questions asked earlier. I'm going to present this to Ricardo. Ricardo, if you can please address again, not regarding the EPIN, there were a few questions on that. And when is the legacy report up, please?
Yeah, the legacy report up, it's already been working on. That's going to be ready by the end of the next week, because it's right in here. We have the notice for the next 2 weeks. And about the EPIN, that's going to be done this week.
So which means by end of this week, the EPIN will be live and they'll be able to transfer and proceed.
They will get all the funds that they had in EPIN in the old back office, deposited into their wallet in this new back office.
Do they need to take any action on that, or it automatically converted and transferred?
Everything will be automatic.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Jacqueline. One more.
One more. So this is more of a statement and a question. This user, they said, when they write left for the referral link, this does not change the link from the R to the L, from the right to left, which means that when they send to someone, the reference is always for the right. Can this be corrected?
Let me address that while Jesus is showing you on the screen. So in some of the older back offices, they would have a separate URL for your left leg or right leg. We are more of a next gen version of a back office. So we've automated that process. It's a single link, and it gives you as a distributor, as a leader, the power to select if you want that link to dump the people on the left leg or put them on the right leg. You have the power right here where Jesus is showing you by simple using the drop-down button here, the menu, to select the left leg or the right leg. So, or automatic, which means the system looks for the weakest leg and puts it in that weak leg at the bottom of the farthest out leg of each weak leg. So again, it's one single link for left or right. Jesus, you want to add anything to that, sir?
No, I think you covered correctly. You just have to go to your back office and select the desired right or left, and the system is going to automatically send your downline to that site.
Just on a quick note, The R in the link means referral, not right. So maybe that's where the confusion is.
Perfect, thank you. I know there's quite a few more questions here. I know time for a lot of you is valuable. You're busy and you're dialing in from around the world. So Jeff, with your permission, we're going to conclude tonight here, today on this call. We're going to have calls every 2 weeks. As I said, there will be a call on Friday in Spanish for those of you in Latin America and as well in Spain. Alan is going to communicate with his team as well. We're going to communicate that on social media. Alan, I'm going to turn it back to you. Thank you so much for hosting. Thank you for the introduction. You guys have an amazing team, wonderful leadership worldwide, and we're very excited to be partnering with you guys. And thank you for putting your trust in us. We will deliver the most advanced back office to you guys as we'll continue to grow with you guys. With that said, Jesus, Ricardo, Jacqueline, and everyone else, thank you. I'll turn it back to you, Alan.
Thank you, Costa. Thank you, everybody who helped in this presentation. There are still a lot of questions that are unanswered. I've copied all those down, and I'm going to take the time to try to go through those and answer those probably in a video. We want to get all those questions answered for you. Just with the time constraints, we weren't able to do that. But in closing, one thing I want to say is what I'm seeing in most of these questions are concerns from an IBO standpoint, that they're worried that maybe they're losing out on something or that we've made changes that are going to hurt them. I just want to say that Omnia has put the best interests of all of our IBOs first and foremost. And most of your questions, they're mostly things that maybe just have not been implemented yet. So a lot of features you're looking for or you think that we've gotten rid of, those are coming. Just understand, we have 15 to 20 amazing developers working on this entire back office from the GAR group. They have put a major staff to get all this done, and it's been a monumental undertaking. And I can imagine that, Costa, and you probably agree, this is quite different than any other company that you've done business with. Cryptocurrency is new. You didn't have a back office to just copy. A lot of this stuff is all fresh from scratch. So I think it's absolutely stunning, the progress that you guys have been able to make in such a short period of time. So just give the GAR group another week or two, and you're going to see some of these little features, some of the fancy features that you're looking for are all going to be coming soon. It's just we're trying to get the most #1 priority things out of the way right now. So
Alan, if I may add to that, you're 100% correct. And the one thing you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, in a cryptocurrency environment, we are heavily concerned about security and protecting your back office and your assets. So every time we deploy a new feature or we release something new, we have to go through extra steps to ensure everything is protected and everything is secured and backed up. That's one of the reasons why it's adding that extra time for every time we release something. And of course, nothing is lost, ladies and gentlemen. All, as Jesus mentioned and Ricardo, the EPINs were going to be there. Your legacy report with all of your commissions and everything you've had in the past 12 months will all be there. Nothing is lost. We're going to assure you on that. We're going to release it for you. You'll be able to see and have access to all of that. And by the way, Alan, some of the main questions that people have been asking, we'll be happy to work with you through Jacqueline's group and put them into a sort of a Q&A flyer, and then we can develop that for you and you can release it to everyone, maybe the top 10 most asked questions, so they have them in writing as well, if you wish.
That would be beautiful. We appreciate that so much, and we'll get that out just as soon as that's available.
Back to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. We're going to go ahead and close this out. And as we said, we're going to have another one of these great calls on Friday. So be looking for the flyer and just stay up to date with us on Telegram. We're going to try to get you as many updates as possible on there, and expect to hear from me more often now that you know who I am. With that being said, everyone have a good evening, great day, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.